But there was another game, ladies and gentlemen. And
On Thursday night.
I was on here a week ago saying that Washington had a bye week. Now you might see I'm wearing random stuff. It's all different. Yeah. Because like my team, I'm a clown. And I was completely wrong. Washington is hot garbage. Ladies and gentlemen, it didn't even look pretty. And for those of you that do not know, Washington lost to how many wins did the Bears had coming into this game?
I think they hadn't won a game since last October.
So yeah, since Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Since Elon Musk's Twitter. In that span of time, every North American sports team has won at least one game from every league, from the NFL to the MLB to the NHL to the NBA. Every team since then has won a game except for the Chicago Bears until Thursday night.
So, the Commanders, they look like a joke. They look like
they are a joke. So that means
they are a joke. Yeah.
The Commanders are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
Denny.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Now, if you
They are indeed who we thought they were.
That's what happens when you barely beat the Broncos and the Cardinals and go in thinking you're a playoff team. The Eagles just play every game close, so they don't really count.
Right.
And
so
got
it
blown
was
out
false.
by the Bills.
It was false expectations. We thought,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, we played the Eagles close. Nope. How you doing, Miss Walsh? How you doing? It's the Walsh Boys. Yes. And they did have a bye week because they didn't. Yeah, they did. You're right. So we didn't show up at all. It was absolutely, look, I have since Thursday tried to figure out what it was exactly. I said, hey, short week.
Yes, everything.
I mean, it was a short week. Our defensive coordinator, Del Rio, he tends to have struggle early in the season. Last 4 years, he's given up 30, an average of 30 points in the first 4 to 5 games. Eventually he gets it together, but it doesn't look pretty early. I've even tried to defend Ron and say, hey, Ron, they play for you. They love you. But gentlemen, just go ahead. I don't even care anymore. Talk to me. Talk about our deficiencies. We're terrible.
So I'll start off. I missed the first half, the first quarter. I was taking a nap. I woke up, checked the box score. DJ Moore had 3 catches for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
That's probably not what you want to do when you want to guard a receiver is allow that. Usually that's not a recipe for success. Nope. Emmanuel Forbes could not tackle. Every time DJ Moore would catch it, boom, missed. Boom, missed.
Hey, Sean, you know who you could have drafted instead of Emmanuel Forbes? You know who's still on the board? Christian Gonzalez, who was by far and away the second best.
Out for the year.
But for the first few games, Christian Gonzalez has looked amazing. And he could have drafted him. He was the best cornerback on the board, and Joey Porter Jr. was the second best cornerback, and Forbes was the third. And who did you pick? Oh, that's right. You picked Emmanuel Forbes.
Forbes has been good until this week when DJ Moore just...
I understand why we got Forbes, okay? Forbes had 6 pick sixes last year. We had a defense as a bend but don't break defense, but we needed some turnovers. We need somebody that was a ball hawk. Unfortunately, Forbes...
He weighs 120 pounds. So he can't tackle anybody.
He can't go up against anybody big. So they just boxed him out. AJ Brown had a field day last week, and you saw what happened. And DJ Moore is not even that big.
Yeah, DJ Moore just made a miss every time.
Yeah. DJ Moore was
just it and then just duck under, go down the sideline. Did that twice or 3 times.
They literally have nobody else.
And on offense, the offense was bad. Let's talk about the offense now.
Well, all right.
Brian Robinson, 6 carries for 10 yards.
Okay.
Barely. He got into double digits. It was barely, but he did get double digits.
Could we talk about? Hold on. Don't forget our poor man's Baker Mayfield back there. Not only does he look like Baker Mayfield, he played like Baker Mayfield.
Sam Howell
Vintage Browns.
he had a
Had over
good
300
game.
yards.
Yeah,
Right.
he had 388 yards, 99 passer rating. He had a run where he looked like beast mode, breaking out of 108 different tackle attempts. But the real problem is the offensive line. The Bears came into week 5 with 2 sacks total. During the game, the Bears had not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 sacks. They more than doubled their sack total against the Commanders this year. People like TJ Edwards, Greg Stroman Jr., DeMarcus Walker, all the players, Rasheed Green.
Right.
And I will say, DeMarcus Walker, when I was watching the game, DeMarcus Walker, it wasn't like he had one lucky play where he got sacked. DeMarcus Walker was dominating the left tackle the entire game. Every single
Isn't that
play.
Andrew Wiley?
Wow. You know what?
Andrew Wiley.
Shout out to the people that are watching. Miss Denise Wilson talking about Magic Johnson wants his money back.
He wants his money back.
He took to Twitter. He had some pretty choice words to say. We didn't look good. I mean, we came out flatter than the flat earth theory that Kyrie had. We looked awful. But I mean, I could try to explain it and say we've notoriously had issues with mobile quarterbacks. You know, our front 4 is our defense, and the rest of our back 7 is suspect. Our secondary is very young and poor, but still, we gave up 27 points to the team that's 0-4 in the first half.
Hold on. Not only are they 0-4 in the first half, not only have they looked terrible all year, not only are they the worst team in professional football, they may be the worst team in current North American professional sports. And not only did you lose to them, you got dominated by them. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Athletics. No. You got dominated by the Oakland Athletics of the NFL. So
now this seems to be a trend for Washington over the last 15 years. Teams that have had double-digit losses, consecutive losses in a row, Washington tends to give them their first victory. The Detroit Lions, who hadn't won in 2 years, we gave them their first victory. The Rams hadn't won in like 15 games. We gave them their first victory. And now Chicago, who hadn't won since last October, gets their first victory. So listen, let's come out here. Let's ask the question. Everybody in Washington has been saying it. Should Ron Rivera be on the hot seat? And I'll go one step further. If y'all were in Washington, would you fire him right now?
I would say I wouldn't fire him yet. I would wait until I would fire him in the bye week. If they were to fire him. If you can't turn around by the bye week, that's when you would fire him. You get Bieniemy a week to get himself together and get the new team in. Wow. And then you go in and you try and make whatever sense you can out of this, because Commanders haven't they haven't won any games since the Broncos. 3-game losing streak. Play against the Falcons next week. Falcons have a pretty good defense. They have Desmond Ridder, which means that he's going to look. Yeah, and he's going to look like the second coming of Patrick Mahomes against the Commanders defense.
Yeah,
they have Bijan Robinson, but they don't give him they just don't give Bijan Robinson the ball, which is why my tag thing was give Bijan the ball, because Tyler Algier had more carries than him this week. There's no reason. But we'll make Tyler Algier a superstar. They have a career game playing us. Oh, your dad said, shout out to Steve. What's going on, Miss Walsh? New owners are not going to fix 20 years plus of dysfunction in 4 games. I respect that.
Yeah, but we thought this was all fine. We thought this was all fixed. You got rid of the ownership, and you went out into the offseason. You made some good offseason moves on paper. You went out and you got a better tackle at Andrew Wiley, supposedly. You went out and you got him. Supposedly. You made some changes on defense. You brought in some secondary help. You lost the mullet man to us, unfortunately, but you did bring in some inside linebacker help. And the defense was supposed to be really good. You re-signed your front 4. And it was supposed to be a good season, and all of these free agency things have just looked like Dan Snyder is still at the helm. They've all come in and they've all tremendously underperformed and flopped. And I think they knew that this was probably going to happen, that this team was probably going to be bad, and Ron Rivera probably wasn't their coach, which is why Eric Bieniemy made the lateral move over to Kansas City. I don't see Eric Bieniemy making a lateral move from a Super Bowl contender to this team without the pre-notion that he is probably going to at least become the interim head coach here and get that head coaching experience for other jobs, or to eventually become the head coach of this squad. So I think they brought him in knowing that Ron Rivera's last year was going to be this year. And I agree with Dylan. I say we give him up until the bye week. You still look bad. You fire him. You put Bieniemy in, and you let the bye week go.
Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, he's got to figure it out. Each of the last 4 years he's been here, we've started slow. We averaged starting either like 1-5 or 2-6. Even in the year that we won the division, we started in that one like 1-6 or 1-7. So he's notorious for slow starts. It's not going to work. Our defense has been struggling. You guys might be right. It might be that time. I don't know. I mean, unless we completely just let the bottom fall out, he's not going to go before the bye week, but it might be time. But it's only week 5. It's only week 5.
It's only week 5.
So can we say give him grace?
He has
3
years
games.
though.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe Matt Canning.
Awesome. Hire him away. I could get rid of him fast enough. Goodbye.
Look,
bye.
Hey.